Right. Då startar vi livesändningen då.
Det gör vi.
Nu står det att vi sänder live.
Pam. Och jag ser oss. YouTube är igång.
YouTube är igång. Härligt. Dags att fira lite. And time to shift to English because this is SaaS Nordic. We speak English. We try to at least. And today is a very big day for us. We are celebrating 6 months and we are doing that by launching the SaaS Nordic Slack Community. So how does it feel, Daniel?
It feels amazing. I don't know about you, Thomas, but I got the bubbles here waiting for me. I hope you do the
I got
same.
the bubbles.
So it's really been an exciting 6 months, and we started this in November last year with a little bit of not knowing where this is going to go, and I think it went in all kinds of crazy ways. Just positive things.
And we have our first guest. We have more than one guest, so we will let them in from the start. So, hi, Christian. Christian Lund, the CEO of Templify. How nice to see you.
Nice to see you again, Christian. How's it going? And I see Johan Billgren as well.
Hey,
Two familiar faces.
Mr. Carlberg. Nice to meet you again, Christian.
Yeah, Johan Billgren, of course, the founder of InRiver. Happy to have you here as well.
What are you guys doing?
Yeah, good. And what's happening on your side, Christian?
Well, I would say a ton of things. So
Yeah.
we, it's not so far back that we had a good conversation about, I think, most of it, but constantly new things coming out and a lot of action in general in our business. So that's all great.
Yeah, it's a small world. Your CEO is one of the board members now in the company that I represent, Varexo. So he had a bunch. We had the first session just last week, and I feel like, oh my God, do I have to live up to the Templify world now? I don't know if I can do it, but it's a nice sparring partner.
Well, you're in good hands for sure. So that's a good team member for you to have.
Awesome. Hey, Johan, welcome to the live show. How is everything with you?
Thanks, Daniel. Thanks again. Thank you both of you for this initiative. I'm doing fine, thank you. Trying to find my next gig. I have a number of ongoing discussions, so it's exciting times. Besides spring finally arriving to Sweden, right?
Right, exactly. Exactly. So 16 years or 17 years with
17
River,
actually,
right?
yeah.
17 years within River.
Yeah.
And you're ready for something new.
It took some time, and now I'm
And talking
awesome.
about InRiver, we have Tove Wangren here, the Director of Sales Development. So, hi, Tove.
Hey guys, how are you?
We're fine, thank you.
Very
Nice.
good.
Great to be able to celebrate with friends here today.
Ciao,
And,
Tove.
I see Martin has joined as well, but Martin decided
as well,
not to have his picture on.
So we have Martin Jensen, the CEO of Centra, the Swedish fast-growing headless CMS solution. So, but
Nice to be here.
Yeah, hi Martin, you're here.
Nice to hear your voice, Thomas.
Yeah, likewise. How are you, Martin?
I'm doing excellent, thank you.
Great, cool. And it was not that long ago that you joined one of our Clubhouse panels where we talked about going from startup to scale up, and you're in that sort of phase in the company now. I think Christian with Templify has come a bit farther. So I don't know, how many are you at Templify now, Christian, your team?
So around, I think 360, 50, around that.
Wow.
Okay, that's
Cool.
amazing. And how big part is in the US for the moment of?
So over there, I think it's around 80, probably. Yes, it's up.
Okay.
It's one of the newer. Started up in I think September 2018.
And I remember when we had we had you on the show, you were talking about this interesting model of not going to the US with people from the get-go, but you actually had Danish people or Americans sitting in Copenhagen and getting the US market off the ground before you moved a bunch of people.
That's true. We had
Right.
a lot of Americans. Those were Americans in the like using tools like these to connect with people wherever where they were, so they would meet in a little bit later. But he actually did that for a long time, yes.
Right.
But at some point, it made sense to open an office for sure.
Yeah, really cool. And you, and I think for us at In River, the US adventure was, you were the fortunate or unfortunate guy that we sent over there to get it off the ground.
Yeah, I was fortunate enough to be part of the team. So, but it's flying now at least.
Yeah, exactly. So it was quite a big commitment to have both of the founders move out there.
Yeah, turned out that way.
Yeah. Or you were just excited to go to the US. Chicago is a nice city.
As well. Chicago is a beautiful city and a lot of fun there. Perfect place to establish an office if you're a Scandinavian company, I'd say.
Awesome.
How come you decided on Chicago?
I think a few things. One, excellent communication, direct flight from Copenhagen and Stockholm. But I'd say the primary key reason is probably the 6 or 7 hours time zone difference, which means you have some overlap each and every day. If you're on the West Coast, there's no overlap at all. So whenever you quit work, your day actually starts.
That's right.
And if you're on the East Coast, it's communications up to Boston at that time were not as good as they might be now. And New York is super expensive, and it's still a long flight. If you want to go to the West Coast, you have 6-7 hours flight. So it's Chicago's a good place to be. And then you find, of course, a Swedish-American museum, right?
That's the most important piece, right?
No, but it's a small piece.
And Martin, I think just coincidence, or we've probably been stalking you for the last few months, but you guys are just embarking on your international expansion. I think there was just some announcement on LinkedIn today that you had partnered with some Finnish partners.
Yeah, I mean we are. I mean we're still like 80% in, or maybe not 80, but at least 70% in Sweden.
Right.
But we are a little bit everywhere. Like we have clients in I think 15, 20 different countries, and I think we entered Belgium last week, so that was fun. First client in Belgium.
Okay.
So piece
That's
by
really
piece going there.
Yeah. And Tuve,
I will be a little bit distracted here because I'm onboarding people into the Slack channel now, so I'm inviting people. So you can keep the conversation going, and I'll do some heavy lifting here.
This is what this is what salespeople do, like, huh?
Yeah.
So I'll keep the chit chat. So Tuve, do you miss me yet? Do you guys miss me there? So Tuve and I, for the ones that don't know
every day,
us.
Daniel. Every day I miss you, and I'm thinking, what did you do? Just leaving us that way. It's not okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you're in Denmark. How is everything in Denmark?
It's really exciting. It's really exciting. It's fun to start from the beginning again. The guys have built a great foundation, so we have to just roll up our sleeves and kick in the gears, and this will be great. I wish we would be done with COVID. Twice a week I have to test myself in order to get into the country, and it always takes a lot longer than one expects. But hey, hopefully after the summer we will be back to somewhat the new normality with the vaccine and so on. Hey, I wanted to ask all of you guys here. We've been at this for 6 months now. 3 of you have actually been on the show in one way or another, either a Clubhouse or in an episode and podcast. So, like, what do you guys think? Like, what's your first impression of the first 6 months? Is this bringing value to the community? Is it just 2 happy campers that are spending way too much time instead of with their family on their hobby, or what's the verdict?
Then
Go for it.
What I've heard from others is that it has been like super helpful to be on some of the, for example, the breakfast sessions. I think as well the podcasts, the ones that I've listened to, has also been very exciting to listen in on. I think very both meaningful and full of learning as well. So I definitely think it makes sense, and I like the sort of the pace of how things are happening. I think that's very helpful as well, that it's just constantly on. There's always something new, and that's also a pretty good way to sort of keep that momentum, I think, to get.
I wish I recorded this and would have played it for my wife. Be like, see, wifey, this is actually something good.
That's value to people. I think, I mean, a few years ago, I spent hours and hours again listening into SaaS podcasts.
Right.
And I think if you compare your ambition and how you have attacked this, you make it much more operational. And I really appreciate that. It helps so many more people in the organizations compared to what I've seen, or at least what I used to listen to when it came to SaaS, being much more on an executive level.
Thank you.
Definitely, big heart out to you, Bill Green. And that was the philosophy from the get-go. There's a bunch of great resources already out there, of course, and what we wanted to make sure here, it's a peer-to-peer exchange from the people that are in the middle of it right now, rather than somebody that did it potentially 10 years ago really successfully. But we want to have the people that are having these challenges and these opportunities right here, right now, to exchange ideas with each other. And I think we've created a decent foundation for that.
Yeah, it's everyone who's in the river right now, right?
Everybody who's in the river. That's right. That's right. Thomas, how's it going with your Slack? Or how
I'm
many
working
do you
on
have in
it.
there now?
I think here I'm inviting like the first 60, 70 people. So we have 325 pre-signups, which
Fantastic.
is way more than we expected. So
what did you expect, Thomas?
I mean, we said like this: when we have 200, we can go live.
Okay.
And we saw pretty early that we are hitting 200.
Yeah.
And then when we hit 200, we saw that we're gonna hit 300, and then sort of we went a little bit past that. So here's where we are, and the next challenge is to get these pre-signups to actually get on Slack, start being active, and so on. So, I mean, that's where the real challenge begins.
Yeah.
And the scary thing is also, you know, when we started with the podcast, you have full control. You can even edit it afterwards, right?
Yeah.
When you do the Clubhouse, it's live,
Yeah.
but you're the moderator, you can control the room.
Yeah.
But now we're sort of opening up a community, so anything can happen.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit scary. But
So Thomas and Daniel, I need your help. My brother, he is always picking at me, and it took him 1 year to get 1,000 attendees at his product management show, Product Beats. So I expect you can help me to kind of make him happy, but still show him that there are other good people around who can make it even faster, right?
That's right. That's right. I didn't know your brother was running that. What kind of show is that?
It's on product management, Product Beats.
Okay.
It's actually super helpful if you're inside of product management or product development, especially inside of software.
Okay.
I'd say it's one of the more inspirational shows when it comes to specific processes around product development. Tuesdays at 8:27.
8:27.
Yeah.
Where do we find this? Tuesdays,
Beats.
Product Beats. Is it okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Beats.
Exciting. I mean, there's so many good shows and episodes, and Thomas probably going to be pissed at me now, but I still personally listen to SaaS. I think they have a lot of interesting stuff. I think the angle with SaaS Nordic here is that there's certain challenges that are the same for us, whether you're from Denmark, Finland, or Norway, or Sweden, or even Iceland. Pretty much, you know, overnight you have to figure out the international challenge. You know, depending on what you're selling, for most of us, shows and domestic market is too small. Thomas probably going to be pissed at me now, but I still personally listen to SaaS. I think
There we go.
a lot of
Nina, you need to choose that you don't have headphones when you log in.
I did.
Whether you're from Denmark, Finland, or Norway. I think, Nina, we hear your YouTube as well, the live stream. You know, overnight you have to figure out the international.
Okay.
Daniel, we can hear the echo from you.
No, it was Nina. Yeah, exactly.
But I like that you have a red thread with everything also, that you first do the podcast and then you follow up that with a Clubhouse. That makes it also so much more interesting. So there you can actually discuss the topic after that. And also that you try new forms. I really like that. That makes it very interesting with what you're doing. So
Yeah.
Hey, Chris,
time well spent, that's up to you, depending on how much you want to be with your family or not. So that's your call, you know.
Go
Chris,
ahead, Bilgun.
You established yourself in New York, is that right? You have your.
I'm sorry, what was that again?
You have your U.S. office in New York, is that right?
Yes, that's in New York. Yes, true.
And do you have some comments on why you chose New York?
Yes, it's one reason is that the business itself is very enterprise focused. So there's actually quite a few like real enterprises headquartered there. So for once we could actually get quite close to them. The other one was really the access to talent. So there was tremendous talent to acquire in that particular region around enterprise tech. So and even compared to like the West Coast, that was very, very different price tag still. And so I think those were the two of the bigger reasons, and also we love to come there. To be honest.
And a big welcome to Sasha from Timelog. Welcome, Sasha.
Thanks a lot, and happy to be here and celebrate you guys with the great work you've done.
And thank you for also. I know that we have a lot of time loggers as signups for the community, and I know that you have a finger in that. So thank you a lot for your support now when we're starting up this and being a test pilot as well.
Yeah, you're welcome. I posted on internal teams that people needed to sign up for this, so I'm glad to hear that they listened to what I said.
We have noticed that some companies have been more successful, or maybe they have been more willing to push it internally. You know, that when you see a batch of 20 people from one company, you know that something happened within the organization.
Yeah.
Hey, we really appreciate that you're also joining in. I saw that your little boy or girl, they want to be part of this, and
she just went out to her dad now.
And again, our community manager, the latest addition to the SaaS Nordic team, no other than Nina. Welcome.
Thank you. So nice to be here. Sorry for the unsmooth entrance. Just the other minute, but yeah, it's so cool to be here. So nice to see so many familiar and unfamiliar faces.
Hey, unsmooth or impactful, it's a thin line. Like, you know, you got all the attention at once.
I was all touched a little. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, what's your ambition with the Slack community? What do you want to achieve? What's your ambition with it?
That's a great question, Martin. So we feel that, you know, for the past 6 months, it's been the two of us, and then Nina joined us a month ago or so. It's difficult for 3, 4, 5, however many people we are, to keep the community going. And at the same time, we live in the real world, and we realize that while we are good at certain things, there's no way we can cover all elements. So there's so much competence in the Nordics when it comes to SaaS and software and sales and marketing, all of these things. And we wanted just to bring the community and people to share information with each other. So it was just a way for us to create that forum and then have people like yourself, everybody on this call, exchange their ideas and their expertise, and we will try to moderate and drive it in a good direction. But when Thomas and I started this, we always felt that, you know, the Nordics doesn't get enough attention. You know, Stockholm gets a lot of attention, but Nordics as a unit, it doesn't get enough attention. There's so much talent, and we just wanted to, if we could help a little bit, that we leverage each other's information to make the Nordics really the place to be when it comes to SaaS, then we feel that we've done a good job. So it's just a platform to call it accelerate peer-to-peer exchange. Did I miss anything, Thomas?
No, put it fine.
Yeah, you didn't listen, or?
I did, but you know, I'm inviting people, and I get these messages that, oh, you send too much invites. People need to get on because you can send next. So I'm taking them in smaller chunks, but think I've been able to invite around 100 people so far. So let's see if they join us. But I mean, we are 8 people in the room. That is the maximum amount of people we can be in this. And we have Nina here. I have Daniel here. We have some pink sparkling stuff here. So I suggest that sort of we prepare a toast. And again,
I can drink my water, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. And you know, when
product placement here. Yeah.
Yeah. So when we started out and said that we're going to do a live stream, we didn't actually know if anyone would join us, but yeah, it would have been fine anyway. But we are really humbled and happy that you wanted to celebrate today with us. So it started 6 months ago from nothing Since then, we have done 15 podcast episodes. We hosted 10 Clubhouse events, total 75 people interviewed. And today, we are taking the next step into the unknown. The only thing we know is that it's going to be a sassy ride. And there is so many wonderful people out there. And we love what we do. A little bit too much, perhaps. How are you guys doing with the... I'm trying to stall here.
Hey, you
haven't come further?
Too fast for me.
No.
I don't know, Nina,
Yeah.
where are you with your bottle?
I'm quick.
You're quick.
Starting out, me and Daniel, we wanted to do something together to stay in touch. If you ask our wives, it sort of went crazy, and now we are talking too much. But yeah, it's been a great experience, and we couldn't foresee all the good reception that we have got. Yeah. So what else? I have to wait
there was
here.
almost an accident here. No, it's been really exciting. And Nina, I think you should share about, like, Nina is just getting to know us. We haven't worked with Nina before, and Thomas had this brilliant idea that during this weekend, when we do this, we should have some champagne. And then Thomas had a really brilliant idea. Well, we should also get the champagne to Nina. And Thomas, I don't want to steal your thunder, but maybe you should share how we went about this.
No, we went to Malmö with a bottle and sort of knocked on the door. But actually, since I have a history of not announcing before I come, and my wife didn't really appreciate when I did that with her. The third time we met, I hid in her apartment, but I mean, it went well anyway. But we thought that, okay, I'm older, and now we can sort of say that we come before. But it was the first time we met you, Nina.
You didn't hide in my apartment.
No, we didn't hide in your apartment. And I think that's good for our collaboration. I don't know, we have one more here in the waiting room. I don't know if I can let him in. Oh, we can be 9 people. Hi, Anders.
Congratulations, guys. I need to jump.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Okay,
Thank
bye.
you, bye-bye.
Everyone having their...
Yes. I already drank half mine.
What?
Oh, sorry. All right.
Toast.
Yeah,
toast. Thank you, everyone, for
Congratulations,
being here
guys.
with us. Thank you so
Good
much.
work.
Thank you. SaaS Nordic.
I want to share with you. You mentioned taking the step. This is my favorite sculpture. It's called Steget. You never know what happens. You can fall. You can actually leap up into the sky. But it's a favorite statue of mine which I bought when we found it in River. Because it's the uncertainty when you take a step. You do not know what will happen. So
I think that's really cool, and I just want to make sure we welcome Anders in here as well. But Jörgen, I will come back to you in just a second on that. Welcome, Anders, to the live show. We're happy you could join us. For the people that don't know you, who are you?
There are a lot of people that don't know me. My name is Anders, as you said. Thank you, by the way, for introducing me. On contrary to some of the people in this forum, I just recently joined in River. So I'm like 3 months in River now, working as a director of product management. So, but I've been working in the SaaS space for a long time. So hopefully, I'm happy to. I think it's a really good initiative to be able to share experiences and knowledge and have all sorts of conversations. So I'm just curious to. Someone asked the question before, like, what is the main purpose of this group? But I think if nothing else, just this exchanging experiences is quite fulfilling, I think, for me.
Really cool. And I'm just thinking here as you speak here, we probably have an upcoming episode with you because you are the lucky guy that has to merge 2 products and make it look into one.
Thank you.
That's an exciting exercise.
I don't know if it's on your side, Anders, that there is a sort of a noise. If you try to mute, and let's see if it's on your side. Yeah. You have some problem. I don't know if you can change mic or something, because we get a noise.
Is it better now?
Not really.
Unfortunately
Not really? Okay.
Not really.
While you figure out the sound, hey, Bilgrim, for the people that are on the live stream, I can't really see how many there are. It's a few dozens. One of the things that we've encountered now that we've done this for 6 months is a lot of founders, great ideas, and great ambitions. 16 years with InRiver in the SaaS space as a founder. Like, how would you summarize those years?
Oof. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. That was the summary.
No, but I mean it's always much more fun and energizing than you do believe when you start it. It's at the same time it's always much more hard work and challenges than you could imagine. I think it's all about trying to keep the energy level up all the time and kind of keep reaching for the stars. You do not know what's waiting for you around the corner. So if you do build a great team, life will be great. If you miss out on some of the people, it will be much more difficult. So make sure you find the right people and work tight and close and have a lot of fun. Enjoy the ride. I think you should always kind of stop and take a snapshot of those specific and special moments and collect moments, because it's a long journey and there are so many wonderful and amazing moments down that road. So take the time and stop. Do not always run. Take those snapshots.
Words of wisdom.
Really cool. Really cool. Is that how you guys do it, Sasha, at TimeLog as well? Take the time to absorb.
Yeah, well, we've been the SaaS company for 20 years now. I've been there for 13. So a lot of snapshots down the road, you can say. So it's been a great ride. And then you never know what happens, as you say, Johan, in a month or so. Things can change so fast. So it's just keeping being open to new things also, and keep track of, like with this community, see what's going on out there, what are experiences, other places that you can learn from. I really believe that we can learn from each other a lot, also by the mistakes we've done. So I've been there for 13 years. We've done our part of mistakes along the road and learn from them. So perhaps I hope I can share some of them so that others don't do the same, but build up from the better all the time.
Yeah. So where do you, and I think it's an open question for all of you, like, where do you guys get your source of inspiration for your particular profession and your particular space? Like, where do you go? Is it some books you read, some blogs you read, some podcasts you listen to?
Open question?
Where do you go, Sasha?
Well, I think a lot of us read some of the same books with a lot of the gurus within software as a service and some of the bigger companies, most likely from the US, right, about how they've been doing it. And then a lot of podcasts, I think, research online and so on. But I actually think we were missing a little bit this community. That's why I've also been quite active and supported it, because this is where you get more people-oriented behind the scene, and not just a book with all the pages and the good parts from one angle, right? So, yeah, I hope we can help each other.
Yeah, I think so.
Now I can you hear me better now with my?
Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So I look a bit more stupid, but at least you can hear me. But so I just like to fill in on the last question. I think, being, participating in several forums, don't be too narrow, because I think you need new impressions so you can extrapolate the future, because reading books quite often is about the past. So I think by being active in several different forums, listening to several podcasts, reading several books, you can create your own extrapolation into what the future will hold. So I think that's very important.
Yeah. Christian, you're smiling.
Well, I think I've actually turned very much to as close as I can to my colleagues, not least, to really get a lot of inspiration out of that, and also my peers, which is why I think this is interesting and important, because definitely the books are great, but it's also often there's a lack of some of that nuance that is maybe closer to the type of business you're in, or the geography you're in, or whatever type of problem that is. Once you're a little bit closer, sometimes you get better answers as well. And it's also it's a place where I get a lot of energy from, at least, like doing things, finding things out with my collaboration with my colleagues, not the least. I think that's big. So, yeah. But I'll have to jump off as well. It's a little bit. It's half past. I have a couple of people waiting.
Absolutely.
Minute,
we're just happy that you stopped by, and see you around, Christian.
Always.
Absolutely. Congratulations. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Oh, so Martin, where do you guys get inspired?
Yeah, I mean,
I change the e-commerce world.
Yeah, I got to tell you, from my perspective, for sure, not the books or the podcasts. You know, I love the books. I love your podcast.
That's right. That's the right answer.
But I think for me, it's really the discussion with people, which is, I think the Slack initiative is a fantastic initiative. For me, it's like the inspiration comes from the interaction with other people. It's just there's nothing for me personally that can replace that. So I think I'm really happy about this initiative that you're pulling forward and bringing the Nordic SaaS community together. I think I also actually need to jump off. I realize I'm late.
Sure.
I'm late to call.
Yeah, sure.
Me
Martin,
too, unfortunately.
And Martin, on Wednesday, we are having the podcast episode that we did with Aptus, the Radically Smarter Commerce podcast. So,
super cool.
So if you want to hear more from Martin and his company, tune into that podcast on Wednesday.
Really cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Thanks a lot, Martin.
Speaking with you, and thanks for this fantastic initiative.
Yeah.
Hope it will fly far.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Thank
Bye-bye
you.
now.
I have to jump off as well. I have some small children outside the door here waiting, knocking. So, but great initiative, guys. And Nina, I really look forward to following you and hope I can participate a little bit more in the things you're coming up with. So, congratulations again.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank
Enjoy
you.
dinner now.
Nice seeing you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
So Thomas and Daniel, I must say that you are making a lot of my days better by running the community and running SaaS Nordic. It's amazing, and thank you for making sure that you find so many great people that can share their experiences and thoughts. It's super helpful for I'd say everyone. Doesn't matter if you've been in the community or in this space a long time or a short time, or if you're new there. It's super helpful, and it's inspiring as well, just to pick up listen to new thoughts popping up from here and there, as well as old thoughts, I guess. But the combination is wonderful. I also need to
really nice of you.
actually jump out, but I'm gonna stay tuned and be ready for the next episode and next activity.
Yeah. So thank you for coming
Keep
and
celebrating
with us. I think we're gonna end the live stream here. Now we are live. I think we need to go in and see what is happening in the community. And I will, if you haven't got the invitation yet, it's because I reached the limit. And I mean, that's a good thing that we have so many to invite. But I will, during the evening here, let more and more people on the community. So see you there.
See you there. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. See you.